thing there now, I actually, a couple of younger subscribers, guys are after starting up their businesses there now, and I can't think of the guy's business. I've watched one or two of his videos. He's a young guy. He reminds me of myself starting off, and what I'll discuss now towards the end of the video is the difference between me now and the difference between me then. And there's one word I'm going to use, and and we'll take it from there. But firstly, what I want to discuss now is clients. In regards to, I see guys on YouTube now, a lot of guys on YouTube in the service industry, and they complain about clients saying, if the client's awkward, get rid of the client, 3 strikes you're out, all this kind of a thing, I predominantly want to mind my clients. That's the ethos of my business. Our slogan, I don't know, can you see it there now, right, is let our family take care of your family. That's my ethos of my business, and I've built my business around that. Keeping on to clients, good ones. So, how do you keep on to good clients? You listen to your clients. You listen to your clients. It's like anything else. For instance, alright, we just say a nightclub, alright? They have a DJ. I used to work in a nightclub, I was a bouncer. They have a DJ every Saturday night. If the DJ is playing his own music, if he's not listening to the requests of the patrons of the club, they're going to leave. And it's the same thing with a gardening business. Especially when you're in a service gardening business, you're not doing one-hit wonder jobs, or you're not a hard landscaping company. When you're trying to build a business the way I am, and maintain a lovely steady flow of brilliant clients, you have to listen to your clients. You have to listen to your clients. Whatever their requests are, you listen to it, and you design your business around that. You get to learn their ways and their certain times and this and that, and like people have appointments and all that, and you get to work around it. If you're going to be awkward, and if you're going to up your prices constantly and all this kind of a thing, you're going to lose your clients. Now, what I'm going to move on to now, so look, listen to your clients. If you want to keep clients, listen to them. Listen to, as I said, listen to their ways and whatnot. Now, what I want to move on to here is the difference between me 10 years ago and the difference between me now. Now, I'm in my late 30s, approaching my 40s. Predominantly fit. I'm not the fittest I've ever been in my life by no stretch of the imagination, but I'm predominantly fit. I don't smoke, I very rarely drink, and I mind myself. I mind myself, and if I do have a few drinks, it's only a few drinks. I'm mostly drinking water, constantly exercising, constantly looking after my body, and I eat a healthy diet. That is what I recommend to everyone, especially when you're in a game where your body is the vessel that's going to make you money. You have to be fit and healthy to do this job. Now, this job will make you fit and healthy, but you have to put the proper petrol into the car. So you have to put the proper fuel into the body for it to function correctly. Otherwise, you'll burn out, you'll get injuries and all that. The difference between me now and the difference between me then is I'm far more economical with my energy and with my machinery and how I run my business. Now, I have a tighter route density, meaning I keep all my clients tighter together. Before, when I was first starting off, and that's what you guys have to do at the beginning, I used to travel everywhere. I didn't have a kind of a plan made out in terms of I was just taking it. Look, say one job was 20 miles away, another job was 10 miles away. I was all over the place. Whereas now, it's route density. Where I am for the day, I get around to the couple of people that day, and I make out that plan at the start of the week. Tools that save energy now as well that I have inside the van are a must. I find that I bought the HL86 there now, pole extension hedge cutter. It's been a game changer in terms of going up and down the ladder. Now, that means I don't have to go up and down the ladder as much anymore, which means on a job maybe I go up and down it maybe 10-15 times less. And what I do then is I measure that over a whole summer, a whole season. You probably go up and down the ladder less a couple of 100 times, which is a good saving of the knees, the body, the back, the shoulders, the elbows. Also, with the battery power gear, there's less pull cords, so you're not pulling your shoulder. Because you imagine, I used to have machines before, and it would take 10 pulls to start the machine. By the time you start the job, you're exhausted. With the battery stuff, it's and off I go. The petrol stuff is on the button that I have as well. I wouldn't be wasting my time anymore with those energy vampires, them energy zapping machines. They were terrible, back-breaking, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. Get good machinery in, safe ladders, you know, like I've the Hendon there now, the 8 foot, and predominantly it covers most of the 3-bed semis and the 4-bed hedges I do, 4-bed semi hedges that I do around the city area, semi-detached stuff with side gates and all that. I used to go through houses, all that kind of stuff before. Don't do it anymore, just go around side gates and whatnot. And again, those are all energy savers. Now, what I do now differently as well to what I used to do before is I bring a lunch to work. I just had my lunch there. I didn't have to queue up in a shop. Queuing up in a shop is energy sapping because you could get stopped talking to people. You're in a big long queue, you're waiting, then you're rushing your lunch afterwards because, you know, you're running to a tight schedule if you're running to a schedule like me. Another thing as well is the cost of food over a whole summer, over a whole season. I don't measure things by the week, I don't measure things by the day, I measure them over a season. What has your lunch, or what is your lunch costing you over the year? It's much easier to make your lunch either in the morning or the night before, which I do. When I make my dinner, I make my lunch, put it away, and in the morning I put it into my bag. I have a flask of tea with me or a flask of coffee, and I bring that to work as well, and I have my water with me all the time. That does me for the day. I have my fruit and my sandwich. That's it. That'll do. And that should do any man during the day at a day's work. Now, awkward jobs. I've got rid of all the awkward jobs. Before, I was Johnny the hero. Not you know Johnny from Johnny's Garden Maintenance, right? Or Billy the hero, whatever. I used to hop up on every single hedge, every single tree. I would turn down no work. Now I've learned, especially since my dad's passing and I've known him to hold the ladder, that awkward jobs, I can't do them anymore. If I fall, I've no one to mind me. Who's going to run my business? No one. So I have to think of that as well. And there are things that I think about there now when I'm dealing with clients and whatnot, and I'm taking on work. I just have to be very careful about where I go. Economically as well, in terms of, you know, your mental burnout as well. When you're doing tough jobs constantly, one after the other, it is taxing and it is tough, you know, because when you're up on top of a high hedge there now, or up on top of a tree there, and it's dodgy, you're saying to yourself, well, I fall, and there's that level of fear, and your cortisol levels are going through the roof, you know, so you just have to be very careful that way, you know, that, you know, less stress, more success. Now, the difference between me now and the difference between me 10 years ago as well, here, is I shut down my business. I used to leave my business open constantly. I would pick up my phone any time in the morning or in the night because I didn't want to lose jobs and I was trying to build up a client base. Whereas now I have a set schedule in terms of I don't answer my phone till 9 o'clock in the morning until I'm fully functional and awake. And I don't pick up my phone. I don't pick up my phone after 6 o'clock in the evening in relation to any work. They can, if a client wants you badly enough, they'll phone you back again in the morning. And that's another good test as well. You get a lot of people there, they'll have you on the phone for half an hour in the evening because they're at home alone, maybe they're bored. And they said, look, I'll ring up the gardener there and have a chat with the gardener, and you're trying to get off the phone because you maybe have to go somewhere. You just want to watch a bit of TV and tune out and switch off. So that's where I wanted to go with the video. I hope you watch it till the very end. Again, when it comes to your clients, now, I'll just go back to it there now for a second. If your clients are not phoning you back for repetitive work, you're not listening to your clients, meaning you're not doing the right job. That's what that means. You're not giving them the service that they really wanted. So guys, I just want to say to everyone, it's a bank holiday weekend here in Ireland. It's starting to pour rain now. I hope everyone has a relaxing weekend, the Irish, my British subscribers and the American subscribers. And I'll catch you all on the next one, okay? Mind yourselves. Over and out.